Alright, this is Group 6, and we work on Unit 6, Group A for Superior Productions. I want to introduce our team. Our team is made of Jaron Andrews, Matt Moss, Katina Smith, and Jordan Whitley. My name is Matt Moss. It's nice to meet everybody. Unfortunately, one of our team members couldn't be here today. She's sick at home with her child. So, 6 kids, accidents, vacations, holidays, training, seminars, all of these things were reasons why we were understaffed. Because it leads to accidents when we're understaffed and all. So it's never a good thing. Anyway, to efficiently operate our unit, we must have 5 employees. Working shorthanded leads to accidents, productions, deficiencies, and no one wants that. In order to keep pace, we are required to work overtime, and we have 4 groups in Unit 6, A, B, C, and D. We work 12-hour shifts. A and B work together, and C, D work together. We are required to work 3 days and 3 days on, 3 days off. So whenever anyone has a life event, we have to pull someone from an alternative group for our overtime. That means you're getting called on your day off, and nobody really wants that. Sure, everyone likes extra money to show the cash, but not the clock. So, overtime was becoming a problem for our group. Our unit supervisor encouraged us and our group to take action when the results of our employee survey showed how stressed out we are. We decided to present a proposal to management, which would require for hiring the floater employee for each group. The floater would be there for all those life events when none of us could really make it, or would have the time, or we're just burnt out or tired. So we did some research and discovered that overtime can be detrimental to mental and physical health, which is never a good thing. It also increases the risk of injuries and lowers productivity. We are also able to have 4 employees hired and trained in 2 months. Thereafter, the floaters will be implemented, and the results are amazing. The rest of the team will present the rest of our project.
Jordan Whitley, and I'm in Group 6, and today I'm going to be talking about safety. Safety is a huge concern in our industry. We all know we are working in a dangerous field, and no one wants to be responsible for causing an accident. The overtime work was becoming a blatant safety hazard. Studies have associated overtime and extended work schedules with an increased risk of hypertension, cardiovascular disease, fatigue, stress, depression, musculoskeletal disorders, chronic infections, diabetes, general health complaints, and all-cause mortality. It brings an increased risk of heart disease and heart attacks. The research shows a 60% increase in heart-related illnesses such as non-fatal heart attacks and angina in those who work for more than 3 hours or more longer than a 7-hour day. Another factor could be psychological distress in the form of depression and anxiety. And it is also possible that people are not getting enough sleep and or not enough time to unwind before going to sleep. The research was part of the National Longitudinal Survey of Youth and the long-running Whitehall 2 study, which has followed the health of more than 10,000 civil servants since 1985. This latest analysis, reported in the European Heart Journal, looks at the working patterns of more than 6,000 people aged from 39 to age 61, over an average around 11 years. So as we see from these studies, working long overtime hours can be very exhausting. The employees in Unit 6 were very exhausted. We are all feeling the effects of being understaffed. Our safety reports were reflecting it. The company is always asking for ideas to improve safety, while having a floater on the job is a wonderful way to improve safety. A rested and refreshed employee is a safe employee.
I'm in Group 6. My name is Katina Smith. I'm here to introduce the before and after effect of the floater program. I'm going to begin by saying the greatest impact of the floaters was in employee satisfaction. Superior Production is known in the industry for having highly trained and highly paid employees. because they're always training their employees on an every 30-day basis, keeping them updated on new equipment, everything new that comes in a plant. Well, I'm going to give you an example of what happened before the floater program. Well, by the third quarter of 2013, there was this guy that worked. He was feeling real burnt out. He could never plan anything with his family and friends. It was frustrating him a lot. He was always at work, making overtime. It was just getting worse and worse. He was a superior employee for 16 years. And he started looking for another job. He was dreading coming to work. I was not surprised at the survey that he filled out. The understaffing was getting to all the 20 employees on the unit. So they decided to do something about it. So they implemented to adopt the floater program. So they were able to spend time with their family, friends, enjoy their money, and not just make it, not able to enjoy it. So at the end of the day, everybody had happy faces and everybody was happy.
My name is Shane Andrews. Productivity. Let's face it. With employees working a lot of overtime and not having much time off to rest and spend time with families, it greatly affects the work environment and the safety of others working around them. Hiring a floater can help prevent that and can make a better work environment for all others involved. It's not certain that any company will benefit from hiring a floater because it's more employees that have to pay. But it can help with time that the employees have to work because they will have more time off and be better staffed on each shift. Companies will have to pay more employees to work for them, but it makes for a better work environment around all the others. We conducted a survey and asked certain people, or random people from around the units, how often they get stressed on a daily basis before and after hiring a floater. Got a chart up here for fall 2013 before they were hired. It shows 11 were extremely often get stressed on the job, 6 very often, and 3 moderately often. That's before the floater was hired. After they were hired, spring 14, the results were tremendously different. Very often only had 1, moderately had 6, slightly only had 5, and not at all was 8. So this proves that hiring a floater is a great idea, and more companies around the industry should consider hiring a floater on each shift to make things better for the work environment, company's productivity, and for others that work with them.